I told you the story about we were camping on the island in Rhode Island with Pepe, me, Jimmy, and Joey. And we're sitting around the campfire, get the fire going, and Pepe goes to bed, Joey goes to bed, Jimmy and I are there, you know, and we threw a couple more logs in the fire. We're going to hop in the wall tent. It was a big wall tent, right? So we go in there and go to bed, right? We're just about ready to fall asleep, and I hear crunch, crunch, crunch outside the tent. I said, what the heck is that, right? I looked over, right, and I see this shadow, right, in front of the tent, in the flap of the tent. It was a human shadow. I'm not kidding you not, right? From walking up to the tent, stopped, and then walked back, and from walking up to the tent again, right? I said, whoa, right? And I said to Jimmy, you see that? And my father says, John, be quiet, I see it too, right? Well, the next thing you know, my father gets up out of his cot. He's got two axes in his hands. He goes over and he opens up the front of the flap of the tent, and he goes jumping out there, and he goes swinging around like this with the axes, looking. Nobody's there, nothing's there. So of course we all got out, we searched the island. It was a little island. We searched it all, thinking somebody was swimming away from the island, or somebody was there with a little breathing thing right in the water right next to the island, you know, fooling around with us. We searched the whole island, couldn't find nothing. Well, we come back, put a lot of logs on a fire, and we're sitting there talking, and my father says, you know something, you guys, he says, when I was a little bit older than you, I was on this island, the same spot in the same tent. He says, the same thing happened. And we said, get out of here, Dad. He says, no. He says, I woke up and I screamed, and my cousin turned around and shot through the flap of the tent with a .22 pistol. I said, get out of here, Dad. We looked over, he says, pointed, there's two holes in the tent flap. Kid you not.